Hello, friends. Decent Eddie here. We're at 77% of confident picks for the season, 67% on all picks this year, under last year's numbers, but it's been a weird year. Please do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, tap the bell, leave a comment, and remember, even if I've been doing this for 20 or so years, never take my picks or anyone else's on faith alone. Do your own research. At least check out an injury report on the day of the game. All right, NFL, Week 15. Here we go. Jets versus Jaguars. This is a decent Eddie confident pick for the Jaguars money line with an 18.9 differential in my data. The market has the Jaguars at 13.5 point favorites. They're giving the Jags a 91% chance to win this game. The over-under is 41.5 points. Jets are starting Brady Cook, rookie QB. Cook had 2 picks last week, and now he faces the Jaguars team that won 4 straight, fighting for the number 1 seed in their division. Jacksonville's run defense is statistically the best in the NFL, which completely negates Breece Hall. That 13.5 point spread is enormous, but the Jets offense scored only 10 points last week, and their total efficiency is 28. Trevor Lawrence is playing clean football. I see this as a blowout. Our against the spread pick is Jaguars at 13.5. The over-under, taking the under 41.5. Moneyline pick, based on my data, it's the Jaguars. It has very little value in it, so maybe pair it up with something. Cardinals versus Texans. This is a decent Eddie confident moneyline pick favoring the Texans with a 16.7 differential, where I'm 75% for the year so far. The market has Texans as 9.5 point favorites. The market has given the Texans an 85% chance to win this game. The over-under, 42.5 points. The Texans are hot, winning 5 in a row. Arizona is in a free fall. Houston has the NFL's number 1 scoring defense, arguably the best defense the NFL has seen in maybe 10 years. Cardinals offense just lost star left tackle Paris Johnson Jr. for this game. The 9.5 spread is high, but the Texans have won both previous home meetings and are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5. The Cardinals were just blown out 45-17. So our against the spread pick here, Texans at 9.5. Over-under, I'm taking the under 42.5. The moneyline pick based on my data, Texans on the money line. Browns versus Bears. This is a decent Eddie confident pick with a 20.9 differential between these two teams. I'm 89% to the good in this range. Bears are 7.5 point favorites with an 81% win probability. The over-under is 38.5 points. The Bears are on the playoff hunt right now. Caleb Williams is playing at home. The Bears are 4-1 this season there. The Browns are in bad shape on the whole. I mean, honestly, even with Shedeur, ranking 30th in total offense and scoring a dismal 17.2 points a game. The one bright spot, of course, is Myles Garrett. He's a monster. But the Bears' offense ranks 5th overall and is highly efficient at home. So Chicago covers at a high rate, and this 7.5 point spread I think is manageable. I don't see the Browns breaking 17 points in this game in total. So the against the spread pick here for me is the Bears at 7.5. The over-under, I'm going to take the under 38.5. The money line pick, based on my data, Bears on the money line. Next up, Chargers versus Chiefs. This is a danger money line pick favoring the Chargers in my data with a thin 3.9 differential, where I'm only 61% in that range this season. The market favors the Chiefs as 7.5 point favorites with a 72% chance to win. The over-under is 41.5 points. This is a danger pick where the market and I fundamentally disagree. I think the market is clinging to Chiefs history. I get it, but I mean, at 72% win probability, I don't get that. My data favors the Chargers. Kansas City has lost 4 of 5, failed to cover in 5 straight. Their dynasty is on the way out. The Chargers bring the NFL's 4th-ranked defense into Arrowhead. Patrick Mahomes is coming off the worst game of his career. The Chargers are hot right now. The Chiefs are kind of done, kind of coming apart at the seams. So for here, against the spread, we're taking the Chargers at 5.5. The over-under, I'm taking the over 41.5. Moneyline pick based on my data, Chargers on the money line. Raiders versus Eagles. This is a decent Eddie confident pick for the Eagles with a 20.5 differential on my data set. The Eagles, they're 11.5 point favorites by the market, and the market has given them a 91% chance to win here. The over-under, 38.5. The Eagles are on a 3-game losing streak, and Jalen Hurts is coming off a 4-interception disaster. This should be a get-right game. The Raiders' offense is kind of a joke, ranking 32nd in scoring and averaging only 72 rushing yards a game. Pretty weak, right? The 11.5 point spread is big, but Vegas has lost 7 straight, and their terrible offense faces a top 10 Eagles defense on their home field. This will be an easy cover. Our against the spread pick is Eagles at 11.5. Our under is 38.5. Our moneyline pick, based on the data that I've got, Eagles on the money line. Ravens versus Bengals. This is a danger pick for the Ravens on the money line with a 2.4 differential. The market has the Ravens as 2.5 point favorites. They're giving them a 59% chance to win this game. The over-under is 51.5. Cincy routed the Ravens 32-14 just 2 weeks ago. Now Baltimore is a road favorite despite Lamar Jackson kind of nursing an injury, even though he is in. The good news for the Ravens, they have covered 13 of 14 games after a division loss. The bad news, Cincy's offense is putting up 24 points a game, while the Bengals defense ranks dead last in the league in points allowed. So it kind of balances out, I guess. I don't know. The Ravens simply have to win to save their season. It's a tricky one, though. You can't ignore that much of the Bengals data doesn't have Joe Burrow in it, which data is everything that I go with. I think this game is kind of one to avoid, to be honest. Maybe one to watch, though. I am going to lean on the trend and take the superior Baltimore defense. So against the spread, I'm taking the Bengals at 2.5, honestly. The over-under pick is, I think, taking the over 51.5 is where I'm going to sit. Data says Ravens on the money line, but it is dangerous. Watch the game, maybe don't bet on it. Commanders versus the Giants. This is a danger money line pick with a 2.4 differential in my numbers. The market has the Giants as 2.5-point favorites with a 57% chance to win this game. The over-under is 46.5 points. This is a truly awful game, but the Giants are the safer play. Marcus Mariota is leading a team that has lost 8 straight and was just shut out. New York is coming off a bye, has the motivation to break their 7-game skid at home against a beat-up divisional rival. This is a battle of two pretty bad teams, but the injuries and recent form heavily favor the Giants. So our against the spread pick is 2.5 against the spread for the Giants. The over-under, take the over 46.5. My money line pick, based on my data, is to take the Giants money line. This is the decent Eddie game of the week. Bills versus Patriots. This is a decent Eddie suboptimal pick on the money line favoring the Patriots with a 5.4 differential in my data. The market favors the Bills at 1.5. The market is giving the Bills a 54% chance to win. We don't agree. The market over under 49.5 points. This game is huge. The market is clinging to Josh Allen, making the Bills slight favorites despite the Patriots winning the first meeting. The Patriots are coming off a bye, and Mike Vrabel is 6-0 after a bye, winning by an average of 16 points. Drake May is on a run, and the Pats' passing game ranks second in the NFL, which is a major advantage against Buffalo's weak-ish pass defense. If New England wins, they clinch the division. This feels like a trap, though, and the value is on the home team. Our against the spread pick is the Patriots at 1.5 against the spread. The over-under, I'm taking the over 49.5. Our money line based on the decent Eddie data, that's the Patriots on the money line. Titans versus 49ers. This is a decent Eddie confident pick with a 26.6 differential favoring the 49ers. The market has the 49ers as 12.5-point favorites. The market is giving the 49ers a 91% chance to win this game. The over-under is 44.5. The 49ers are coming off a bye week. With a massive confident differential in my data. Tennessee is a bottom-tier team that has lost 11 games and scores a pitiful 15.5 points per game. Cam Ward has been sacked a league-leading 49 times. That's end of story for him against a rested 49ers defense that will be looking to pad their sack numbers. The 12.5-point spread is large, but San Francisco has covered by double digits in 3 of their last 4 wins. Our against the spread pick here is 49ers at 12.5 against the spread. The over-under, I'm taking the under 44.5. The money line pick, based on the decent Eddie data, that's 49ers on the money line. Lions versus Rams. This is a decent Eddie suboptimal pick with a 5.8 differential favoring the Rams. The market has Rams as 5.5-point favorites with a 73% chance to win this game. The over-under, 54.5 points. This is a massive game, too. The Rams, who are fighting for the NFC's number 1 seed, host the Lions, who are trying to stay alive. It features Matt Stafford versus Jared Goff and 2 of the league's most explosive offenses. Should be a really fun game. The Rams' offense is excellent, ranking 4th in scoring, while the Lions rank 5th in rushing. However, Detroit is highly banged up, missing key players, which is going to make a win against the number 3 pass offense in the league challenging. The Rams' top 3 scoring defense is the difference here. My against the spread pick is Rams 5.5 against the spread. The over-under pick, I'm taking the over at 54.5. Moneyline pick, based on my data, taking the Rams on the money line. Panthers versus Saints. This is a decent and a confident pick for the Panthers with a 15.3 differential. The market favors Panthers at 2.5, and the market is giving the Panthers a win probability of 59%. The over-under, 40.5 points. The Panthers are fighting for the NFC South lead, and my data is very confident they're going to win here. The Saints are 3-10, eliminated from the playoffs. They have an abysmal 1-5 home record this season. Carolina is coming off a bye and is finally getting key defensive players back. The biggest trend is wild. The Panthers have failed to cover in 11 straight games as favorites. With that, I'd say avoid the spread in this one. Carolina grinds this one out, relying on the run game against the Saints' poor run defense, but Saints could keep it close given Panthers against the spread history. Our against the spread pick is actually going to be the Saints at 2.5 with caution. The over-under pick is 40.5. My money line pick, based on my data, that's Panthers on the money line. Packers versus Broncos. This is a danger pick on the money line, favoring the Broncos with a 0.8 differential on my numbers. That is almost nothing. The market has the Packers as 2.5-point favorites with a 57% chance to win this game. The over-under is 42.5 points. We're going to find out if Broncos are for real or not. The Broncos are 11-2, unbeaten at home at 6-0. They have won 10 straight games, many being kind of close. Green Bay is riding a 4-game win streak, but this is their toughest test. Denver's defense is top 3 in scoring and ranks second against the run. That means Jordan Love is going to have to find a way to win this game with his arm. The value is on the home underdog, especially at Mile High. Our against the spread pick is 2.5 for the Broncos against the spread. The over-under, take under 42.5. The money line pick, based on my data, taking the Broncos on the money line with caution. Colts versus Seahawks. This is a decent, Eddie, confident pick for the Seahawks on the money line with a 13.9 differential in my numbers. The market has Seahawks as 13.5 point favorites with a 92% chance to win here. The over-under is 42.5. The Colts are desperate. They just signed 44-year-old Phillip Rivers to replace Daniel Jones. India's losing games, averaging only 18.3 points over the last 3 games. Now they face NFC's number 2 scoring defense. The Seahawks are 10-3. They've won 3 straight while scoring nearly 30 points a game doing it. Sam Darnold is playing great, and the 13.5 point spread, feels justified. Rivers is going to be rusty, probably not a ton of chemistry with an injury-depleted offense. Friends, I have no dog in this hunt. I'm neither a Colts or Seahawks fan, but in our heart of hearts, with only immense respect and love for Phillip Rivers, and in the words of Anton Chigurh, you know how this is going to turn out, don't you? This is a blowout, and our against the spread pick is the Seahawks 13.5, or over under 42.5. Moneyline pick based on my data, Seahawks on the money line. Vikings versus Cowboys. This is a decent, Eddie, suboptimal pick on the money line for the Cowboys with the 6.4 differential. The market has the Cowboys at 6.5 point favorites, giving the Cowboys a 74% chance to win this game. The over-under is 47.5. I agree that Dallas should win, but that 6.5 point spread is a little puzzling considering the Cowboys defense ranks 31st in scoring, and they just got torched for 44 points. Dak Prescott is the offense here, and they rank first in total yards. They'll need to put up some serious points, and concussions be damned. CeeDee Lamb was a full participant in practice on Thursday, so there's that. Minnesota's defense is great against the pass, which should be a problem for Dak, potentially, but the Vikings offense they've not proven themselves, and I don't think they can keep up. So I'm taking the Vikings at 6.5 against the spread. I know, but I'm going to take the under 47.5. I'm going with the Cowboys on the money line, though. All right, Monday night, we've got the Dolphins and the Steelers. This is a decent, suboptimal pick on the money line, favoring the Steelers with a 5.9 differential. The market is the Steelers as 3-point favorites, giving them a 64% chance to win this game outright. The over-under is 41.5. The weather is the real story. The forecast calls for 18-degree temperatures, and the real feel is going to be 11 degrees or less. Tua is 0 for 5 in his career when playing in temperatures below 40 degrees. But the Dolphins are hot, winning 4 straight, and they rank 5th in rushing, which is their key to victory here. The Steelers, who just took the AFC North lead, for what that's worth, will lean on TJ Watt and a rabid crowd to exploit Miami's historic cold weather struggles. The 3-point spread is exactly where it should be, making it an easy no play on the spread for me. That spread may change, though. Wait till we get through Sunday, see where that number starts to settle out to. I think you ought to search your hearts, though. I think this is just 2 defenses going to be throwing rocks at each other the whole game. Our against the spread pick as of today is a no play on the against the spread. The over-under, I'm going to take the under 41.5. The money line pick based on the data, I think you take the Steelers money line. And that's it, guys. As for parlays, and I'm sick, I'm going to get this done quick. You can mix and match any of these player props that I'm giving you here in 3-leg parlays, and your win probability is going to range between 55% and 52%. Only 3-leg parlays, all right? I will always endorse a 3-leg parlay with legs between -400 and -450. You do that, your win probability stays at or above 50%, which is what we want. I never recommend more than a 3-leg parlay due to the risks of combined probabilities, all right? Don't spend more than 10% of your bankroll in total across all your wagers in a day. Never chase losses, and if you need help with a gambling problem, check out my channel's description. All right, thanks for watching, guys. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, tap the bell, get my picks early enough to do your own research. Follow me at Decent Eddie Picks on Instagram, Facebook, X, Decent Eddie Picks, spelled B-I-X there. You can see me on TikTok. I'll post team grades there when I do them, last-minute thoughts if I have them, end-game thoughts if I have any thoughts at all. Let's see what happens, though. This is Decent Eddie signing off. Have an awesome day.